Denton. This is Jake Laughlin bringing you another episode of Discover Denton, a show brought to you by the Convention and Visitors Bureau, highlighting events around Denton. This week we have Kim Phillips of the CVB, as well as Ashley Meyer of Beth Marie's to talk about the Unicorn Lake trick-or-treating events that are going to be happening on Halloween. So get ready and get your sweet tooth in place, because we are talking candy today, ladies and gentlemen. So here is Discover Denton.
Hello, Denton, and welcome to Discover Denton. We're glad to have you with us today here on DentonRadio.com. Coming to you from the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau, I'm Kim Phillips, and I want to welcome today my guest. Ashley is with the Beth Marie's at Unicorn Lake. Hello, Ashley.
Hello.
Ashley Meyer. Ashley, tell us how long you've been with Beth Marie's.
I have been with Beth Marie's a little over 8 years now.
Oh, wow. Right there were you originally in the downtown store?
I was originally in the downtown store when I was still in college, and then when we opened the Unicorn Lake store, I run that one now.
How long has it been since y'all opened that store?
4.5 years. We opened July 4th of 2009.
So our local Beth Marie's is now a chain?
Yes,
We've been
ma'am.
a chain for a while because y'all opened a place over in Roanoke?
It's not ours, but it's a place called Hey Sugar, and they actually sell our ice cream there.
Okay. Beth Marie's is growing by leaps and bounds, I know, because you can even buy pints of ice cream, of Beth Marie's ice cream now over at Central Market, right?
Central Market, every Central Market in the state of Texas, and then also there's a Fresh Market in Houston that carries our product as well.
Well, very good. We could sit here and talk about Beth Marie's all day because that's a favorite for everybody in town. I know it is for me. But we have a very special topic today that we've asked Ashley to be here for. And it has to do with what this week is all about all across our country, and that is Halloween. Happy Halloween, folks. So, Ashley, tell us, do you have a favorite Halloween memory?
One of my favorite memories was a couple of years ago. I created my own costume, and I was Oscar the Grouch. I sewed me an outfit. It was green. I painted my face green. I had huge eyes, and I actually wore a trash can. And It was probably one of my best costumes I've ever came up with.
Did it make it hard to work at Beth Marie's with the trash can on?
It did. It made it hard to do a lot of things, but the kids loved it out there at Beth Marie's. They absolutely loved it. I took so many pictures that year because Oscar the Grouch, it's known. So it was by far the best Halloween costume I've ever had. Complicated, but it was worth it.
Sounds like a lot of work went into it.
Oh, yes.
But it was well worth it.
Absolutely. I wish I could do it again. I can't beat that costume.
I actually went to a Halloween party once, and the costume that won the big award was a couple, and they came as Zits. I don't know how in the world they thought this up, but they painted themselves completely red, and their cheeks were all puffed up like they had air in their cheeks, but they would squeeze their cheeks and mayonnaise would fly out.
Oh, that's awful.
And so it was, popped zits, and they did this all night long. It was really gross, but what a costume.
Oh, that's a costume, all right.
They won the award. So I tell you, at Halloween, you just never know what's going to happen.
Oh, it's the time for the regular people to be crazy, and you get away with it. It's okay.
Well, this past weekend was a big kind of kicking off the whole Halloween week here in Denton. We had the Day of the Dead Festival, downtown Industrial Street area, and I know Beth Marie's raced in the coffin races.
Yeah, we did pretty well. I think we came in third, is what I was told. So.
Yeah, and Ken Willis, your owner, general manager, actually built the coffin.
He did, and it looked like a banana split. It was yellow, and then the riders wore the ice cream sundae costume with the cherry helmet, so we were very Beth Marie's in our coffin race.
That's good, but I don't want to see the death of the banana split.
Oh, it actually survived. There was no scratches. There were a few scratches, but it still rolls. So
it was fun, though. It was a great weekend. I've heard great things. I missed Day of the Dead, but I did make it back into town yesterday or Sunday afternoon early enough to make it to the Cirque du Horror play, which was unbelievable. That is a completely written completely by one guy, Dave Pierce. We had him on the show last week. Some of you who listened may have heard it. Anyway, that was unbelievable. He writes the entire orchestra, all of the lines by each of the actors. He directs the orchestra. He conducts the whole thing all at the same time. It is amazing. So what a kickoff to the week. But now here we are. It's Halloween week. And Ashley here is specifically here to talk to us about Halloween at Unicorn Lake, which is where Beth Marie's number 2 is.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us what's going on out there at Unicorn Lake this weekend, or this week.
This Thursday on Halloween, we are holding our 5th annual Trick or Treat at Unicorn Lake. What that is pretty much a safe place for kids to go trick or treating on Halloween, show off their costumes. We'll have bounce houses, face painters, lots of candy. We have 20 participating businesses. They will all be out there in their costumes, passing out candy, coupons. I know Beth Marie's will be passing out sandwich coupons and ice cream cone coupons. It just gives a safe place for kids to go trick-or-treating, and they have fun. There's lots of activities for the kids to do.
I had somebody ask me this question the other day, and I never thought about it, but it's a good question. Do the kids trick or treat to the businesses, or are there individuals out there handing out candy to kids?
They're not individuals. It is all the businesses.
So it is very safe.
Yeah, absolutely. I should have crossing guards to help you cross the street of the busy Unicorn Lake Boulevard. I know Dogwood Estates, a lot of their residents come down to their lobby and they sit there and they pass out candy to all the kids. It makes their day. It goes on.
That's the retirement village out there,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Okay.
It goes on in the whole area of Unicorn Lake. It's kind of a big area, but you walk to each business and you get their candy, you get their coupon, you participate in what activity they're having. You'll have maps that day, and if you go to all the participating businesses and get them to sign your map, you come back and turn it in front of the big fountain in front of Beth Marie's, and we have 3 gift baskets that we will be giving out. I will draw 3 names, and every business has donated some item to go in it. Beth Marie's is, of course, donating a gift certificate and a t-shirt, so it's always, that's the goal, is to get everyone to go to all the businesses, and so they can have a chance to win that gift basket.
Oh, that's cool. So you kind of get a dance card where you get
Pretty much.
stamped or something at every single place, and that becomes your entry into the drawing for the big prizes.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Now, how long have y'all been doing this?
This is the 5th year. The first year was right after Beth Marie's opened, and we all got together. We want to do something for Halloween. That year only had about 50 kids show up. It was very last minute, but it was a lot of fun. Every year after that, it has only grown. I think last year I had a minimum of 500 kids show up.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's not counting the parents and the aunts and the uncles, just Halloween kids in costume. It was a great time.
I'm picturing kind of a carnival atmosphere.
Absolutely.
And so do the kids come and go, or do they come and stay for the whole evening here?
Some come and go. Some just come to get their candy and all that, but some make an evening out of it. There's bounce houses you can spend all kinds of time with. They'll have popcorn machine. There's supposed to be a cupcake walk. One of my employees does face painting, and all she does for 3 hours is sit there and paint kids' faces.
Oh, wow.
And she loves it.
And I bet they do too.
Oh, yes.
They can get pretty creative what they want painted on their face.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Especially at Halloween. Well, I know that too. Y'all's is one event of several that are going on around town
yes.
at the same time. In fact, my understanding is just right across the I-35 from you guys over at the mall, Golden Triangle Mall, there's some kind of trick-or-treating going on there as well.
Absolutely.
So you could really make a night of it there in South Denton.
Yeah, if you want safe trick-or-treating, you don't like your kids going door to door, or you just don't feel safe with that, there are many places in this town to go where professional businesses are passing out candy to these kids and make their Halloween feel special.
You know, back in the olden days, we did go door to door. There was no such thing as going to all these, malls and stuff. In fact, the city I grew up in didn't even have a mall yet. So door to door was the only option. But nowadays, we live in such a different world that these kind of opportunities really keep Halloween alive and fun for kids.
Absolutely.
Nowadays, some people don't even like to answer their door, much less parents being nervous about their kids going door to door. So it's a very different world, and I love the fact that we have so many opportunities like this around Denton. Churches, church carnivals, some schools. But I love it when the business community comes together and puts something like this on.
It's just giving back to the community. They do so much for us. They're the reason every business has their door open, is your customers that you have. And it's just giving something back, saying that we're here for you and we support this community. And it's just supposed to be fun.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Unicorn Lake just in general. I mean, I know you're aware of our destination brand.
Yes, ma'am.
Denton, original, independent, and that's really been embraced by the community as a whole. Unicorn Lake's right down there on our southern edge. Tell us a little bit about how Unicorn Lake and Beth Marie's at that location is still very much attached to the Denton Original Independent brand?
Unicorn Lake is a place that a lot of people don't know how to find, first off. It is located between Loop 288 and State School Road. If you know where the Cinemark movie theater is, it's right over there. I think it's a very unique place to visit, and that's the Denton Independent brand is helping us keep our customers. You always want to put the customers first, show them an outstanding environment and make them feel welcome, make them want to come back, be able to answer questions about town. If you have people across town going, man, where's a good place to go get some ice cream and all that, I want them to say Beth Marie's over there by the movie theater and catch a movie too. But you have to be well known in the community that they're going to treat you right and they're going to make you want to come back. And with us having the location we have, it's hard to find, but it's definitely worth a visit.
Yeah, and speaking of the Denton Originals, what Ashley's referring to is our customer service and destination training, which, by the way, Beth Marie's Unicorn Lake outscored all the other businesses through our pilot program this summer and still continue to be over-the-top great service. You go there, just expect it because that's what you're going to get. I love that about your location.
Well, thank you. It's something Beth Marie's has always strived to do, but the program has definitely helped it. My kids love it. It's some kind of competition. I mean, I have not a bad employee one. They're great kids, and they go above and beyond what I ask them to do. And this just helped them realize that having great customer service is going to make their job more fun, and they're going to reap the rewards out of it as well.
Yeah, and so does our city.
Absolutely.
And I appreciate the fact that Beth Marie's believes in it so strongly. What a great example for other businesses and for other employees, all the front line. So let me ask you, do all the employees dress up for Halloween? Are you guys dressed up in costumes?
All of my employees will be dressed up as costume. I would say 90% of the businesses will be dressed up in some form. Some go above the top, some just wear a Halloween shirt. But there's always some kind of costume, decoration. There's a lot of businesses that decorate. Total Eye Care over there, they want you to come into their business. They usually have all their employees carve pumpkins, and you can vote for the best one.
Oh,
and
neat.
it's spooky a little, nothing too scary, but I always dress in costume. I love to take pictures with kids. I love for them to know who I am. It makes it more fun.
You know what you're going to be this year?
I think it's going to be a surprise this year. I haven't really decided, but I'm going to figure something out.
Well, you answered one of my questions subtly right there. If I bring my little ones out, I'm not going to have nightmares to deal with when we go home.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There is nothing that scary whatsoever. I mean, I've had a couple of kids that I have a witch up in my window that they kind of get a little scared about, but nothing is meant to be scary whatsoever.
Major family friendly.
Oh, absolutely.
Major fun for the kids.
And it's free. It is 100% free. If it's cold enough, I will be passing out free hot chocolate to keep everyone warm.
Wonderful.
I don't want no one to get cold and have to leave, so it is 100% free. I just want as many people in this town that wants to come and have fun.
Now tell us what the times are.
It is from 4 to 7 on Halloween.
On Halloween. And folks, every year we get this phone call. What day is Halloween?
It is Thursday.
Thursday. October the 31st.
Yes,
it is
ma'am.
always on October the 31st, and that's not going to change this year either. So this Thursday, October 31st, Unicorn Lake. And again, it's at State School Road.
Between Loop 288 and State School Road, right where you see the Cinemark Theater and the Chewy's, turn in right there, and you won't be able to miss it, especially on Halloween.
Sounds like a super time.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank Ashley for being my guest on the show today.
Thank you.
We want to wish all of you a happy Halloween week. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
There you have it. That was this week's episode of Discover Denton. A big thanks to Kim Phillips of the CVB. Another big thanks to Ashley Meyer of Beth Marie's. A huge thanks to Gravity Feed for providing the intro and outro music. I'm Jake Laughlin, your host. Join us next week where we will be bringing you more highlights of our original and independent city. And in the meantime, go enjoy Denton.